shopping, restaurants, recreation, and culture. New Hampshire's White Mountain region attracts millions of visitors a year for diverse reasons. But at the heart of it all are mountains, wild places that invite us to see and experience nature firsthand. The Presidential Range, in particular, is beloved as the craggy focal point of countless vistas, and home to an alpine environment unlike anything else in New England. Recognizing that places like this are as fragile as they are unique, a new group is formed to raise public awareness about the threats of development to critical natural areas. The group is called Keep the Whites Wild, and their current focus is on stopping the planned development of a hotel on one of the most visually iconic and ecologically vulnerable ridges in the White Mountains.
The alpine area that we have in the Presidential Range of the White Mountains is very rare. This is the greatest extent of an alpine zone east of the Rockies. A lot of people hike here in the Presidential Range. For one thing, it's the highest mountain in the northeastern United States, 6,288 feet. So it's a popular destination to say you've climbed the highest one. But there's a lot of other people, myself included, that go to enjoy the natural splendor that you have in the months of May through September with all of these flowering plants that are growing at this time of the year that provide this spectacular and unusual display this side of the Arctic, because many of these plants you'd have to go to the Arctic to see them. Primary threats that we have to the alpine zone right now are people essentially walking off trail. Other threats that we would have would be some kind of development. In December of 2016, the Cog Railway owners, Joel Bador and Wayne Presby, went to the planning board, the Coos County Planning Board, to talk about a proposal for a hotel at a place called Skyline, which is at 5,600 feet in elevation. The proposal that's subsequently come out in the newspapers, such as the Wall Street Journal, describes a $10 million facility, 25,000 square feet, that would have approximately 30 rooms, and it would be open from sometime in May to sometime in September, and it would be served by the Cog Railway. The location is right on the Skyline. It's within 240 feet of the Appalachian Trail that runs from Maine to Georgia, and it's also within 300 feet of the Great Gulf Wilderness, which is the first wilderness in New England. What this would do would actually increase the amount of use on the summit of Mount Washington, which is actually already overcrowded right now, and it would create more problems than it solves. Our argument is that you could build the same thing at the base station at 2,700 feet and keep that facility open year-round, and you would certainly have business that would allow it. So that would actually provide more jobs than the proposal in this particular area in the Alpine Zone. When you're on the skyline of the Presidential Range, it's going to be an objectionable viewpoint from the Mount Washington Hotel, from the overlooks in that area, and particularly from the people that live in the Bretton Woods area and those that live in neighboring communities, Twin Mountain and Jefferson and elsewhere. They're going to be stuck looking at this, and in fact you're going to have lights on at night, and you know, that's just not what we live here for to see, is this kind of a facility that's it's just going to attract more overuse of the mountains. Keep the Whites Wild is a local grassroots organization that was founded to protect the biodiversity and aesthetic values of the White Mountains from overdevelopment. We feel that if you allow a hotel at 5,600 feet on Mount Washington, what's the next threat going to be? We have a petition that's out, and we have over 9,000 signatures on it right now.
To learn more about the mission of Keep the Whites Wild and to sign the petition against the development of a hotel in the Alpine Zone of Mount Washington, visit protectmountwashington.org.